Rumour doesn't only have 2 BMWs to take care of, he's got 2 juniors to take care of as well, so quite a stable of cars.
He's quite busy and Mommy Ilse as well, to make sure that the kids are all strapped in properly and making sure that their nerves are okay. And I've actually doing very well at also for last week. I think she finished 2nd overall for the day. And went through the corner a little too hot and actually had the car on 2 wheels and almost rolled it. I said almost, and yeah, that brought the blood pressure and the nerves a little bit more, but she handled it pretty well. And yeah, let's see how the little guys do this afternoon.
The thing is, Tiny, and you mentioned it earlier on about these youngsters being so brave out there as well. You know, some of us will gasp, some of us will close our eyes as this is happening, but then they just take a breath and they carry on. And what happens is it's always a pleasure watching the youngsters out there, because what happens is that's the future. These are the kids that are going to be going up into the 1660s one day, into the 2.1 modifieds, into the heavy metals and super saloons. Not all will stay in racing. It's like karting as well. You have a lot who start out. They don't stay the term, but then you get the wonderful gems that come through the field as well, and some of them make international, national or international fame as well.
Well, I actually had a quick chat to Cody Schultz's father, and Cody's actually doing double duty. He's racing here today, and he's actually racing at the karting circuit where Frankie Guinness is doing a commentary at the moment. So you'll be doing one race over there, running across here. It's possible to do one race over here, then running back again. So double duty, I think someone's going to be very tired by this evening.
That's not just double duty, that's the extra mile double duty, because you've got to run between 2 circuits over here, and you've got an oval and you've got a karting track. 2 completely different styles of racing altogether. But what happens is, if it's somebody who can do it, it's going to be Cody Schultz.
I'm sure they do it. Actually, Cody doing very well. We're still looking for some sponsors there for Cody's Golf. They've just put a golf together for him. There's a couple of bits and pieces, so if anybody is interested in assisting Cody there to get the golf and get the car onto the circuit, I'm sure they'll be much appreciated. We've got some confirmation on the 2.1 class. We did speak about Danella de Souza with the Corsa. Other car here is here as well, the Opel Chigra. And a guy has also raced here at Cape Helldrivers many years ago as a multiple champion Piro Kotza. So I think the 2.1 is going to be one of the classes to look at tonight.
Always very exciting, along with the 1660s and everyone. But we haven't also touched earlier on, we were speaking about Matthew van Dorp there as well, Tiny, and I had a quick chat to him earlier on. He races the Golf, of course, his little Mark 1 Golf. And he was the find of the event the last time. Driver of the event. He's looking pretty calm and relaxed out where he is at the moment, but you know, parked by the wall. But I think we can see some great things from him tonight as well. He was past here earlier on, you know, and looks like in very positive spirits.
I must say that was one of Matthew's better events, if I can say. He's always had a niggling issue, and surprisingly, he actually went out for practice the last meeting and actually broke a CV, and the pit crew actually got stuck in very quickly. And yeah, to break something, you don't want to come to the racetrack and work in a race car, but your work is never done. You do your practice, and there's always something which is not right, or you come on a Wednesday night practice and the car's fine, and all of a sudden you come to a quick shakedown on the afternoon and you have a little bit of a niggle or issue over there. So maybe he's out on circuit, and yeah, I think consistency is the name of the game. Finish all your races and collect all the points.
And he's third in the championship in stock rods after 2 rounds. Tiny, and just taking a look at it over there, ahead of him is Chris Krokkamp, who leads the championship from Kayla Jones. Remember, Kayla Jones does double duty, stock rods and 1660s, where she's also second in the championship in the 1616s. But Matthew van Dorp, the 812 Golf, he's in third position ahead of Tamika van Niekerk and Mario Tito Jr. Looking on that list as well, Cole Westhuizen in the Polo Classic as well, not having the best of time always in the races as well, and really needs a good event.
Yeah, I must say that it all goes about budget as well. they are looking for some sponsors, and LG Towing was they involved there. And but yeah, any little bit of extra sponsorship towards any race car for any driver or lady driver will be much appreciated. Motorsport is expensive, as you know. If you look at the main circuit, the cost and stuff just to enter, obviously that's not even part of your fuel, brakes and everything else what goes with the car. So yeah, sure you'll have a good session. It's first season in the Stockroads, taking part in the Stockroads from last season. A bit of a learning curve for him, but yeah, I'm sure he'll come up with the goods as well.
Well, yeah, like you said, they're tiny, you know, motorsport. It's got cost to it, but things do go wrong, and sometimes they go wrong at the worst times, and we always cross all our fingers and toes just to make sure everybody gets through it and has a good race event. And look at the pits now. So many entries today over here. Ludwig van der Merwe on the other side over there as well. He's also having a go at it as far as things are concerned today. Just going to all my championship tables over here as well. Emil Lange, the last time I had a bit of a challenging time sitting in the stock rods down in 7th in the championship. Harry van Dijk, he came back the last time as well. I see the Corsa here today, or is he going to be sitting out this particular event?
Well, I haven't actually had the chance to have a look around the show.
So,
there's one lady here that had quite a bit of bad luck from the Wednesday night practice. Brought a new car here to come and do some testing. Rode the car off the trailer, pushed the car off the trailer, and then I think Michelle can actually said what happened there on Wednesday night. Michelle?
On Wednesday night practice?
Yeah.
Well, we fixed the damage from the previous event, and then with high hopes we went out and the car wouldn't turn. So we couldn't understand where the problem is, because everything seems to be fine. So we took the car back to Most Wanted. Dean and Darby looked at the car. They started stripping off the wheel and stripping parts off where the wheel is situated, and they discovered that something was wrong with something there by the steering wheel. So those parts were replaced, and hopefully we'll have a better run today.
New car, and so it should go. She actually did actually pretty well until the unfortunate incident, and so Michelle, sterk te veel vanaand, en ons gaan nou weer 'n paas gee.
Thank you.
One of the moms here, to many of the moms who race as well here at CHD. Some good luck is prescribed for the Brunts, I can tell you that much. And well, we'll see a little bit later on what will be happening there. We also saw upstairs, oh, here we go. Here comes our good man, the Flying Dutchman, Matthew van Doorn. Matthew, you're coming off a very strong result from the last time, our driver of the day. Now, where do we go from here?
Aim for the top 3.
Top 3 in the championship at the moment. That's a pretty strong one. There's a bit of a gap between you and second place at the moment. Do you envision yourself maybe closing that gap a little bit?
To rack up the points every race.
So, looking at things around it is also a big class as well. Who do you look around you at as your big challenges at the moment here? I think it's quite a field out there, and a lot of guys knocking on the door.
Well, there's 3 competitors: Caleb Jones, Chrissy Cup, and Mario Tito Jr.
Tony, anything from your side?
I'm just thinking, talking to you last meeting, actually saying that what difference the wheels actually make in the car. The different rim sizes which you are allowed to race with, and ever since Matthew actually put those other wheels on the car, he says the car's actually handling on rails. So Matthew, good luck for tonight. Take it easy. Be consistent, finish all your races. That's how you accumulate your points, and good luck for tonight.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Byron.
Lovely stuff, Matthew van Dorp, everybody. And well, let me tell you one thing, the time counts down now, racing 4 o'clock. We still have drivers briefing to come up soon as well after the practice sessions. And then it's going to be, like I said, 4 races for each class, 3 heats and a final. And you'll see the prize going. I just want to also see, talking about prize, I want to talk about our caterers to our vendors that are here tonight. I didn't mention them as much last time, so please, if you are hungry and you haven't brought any food with, please pay a visit to our vendors. There's lovely hot dogs, there's all kinds of lovely things over there. Well, I thought ice cream here even the last time, and let me tell you one thing, they say ice cream, cold things keep you warm on a winter's night. So go and get yourself some ice cream so the body can work hard to heat itself up.
All right, I think we'll take a quick break, and yeah, we'll be back with you shortly.
Yes, welcome back. My name is Byron White. I'm joined alongside here by Emil Tiny Brunt of Tiny's Pit Box, and later on we will have Frankie Hennis joining us in the commentary box as well. He's doing karting at the moment, so don't fear, Frankie will be here. And well, Mil, we got a number of more championship points to go through over here, looking at the 2.1 modifieds. And first position in the championship, 169 points, a very tight margin at the top actually between Eugene Greason and Francois Miller.
Yeah, Francois Miller got, as we know, the new car and still doing a little bit of setup on the car. But yeah, doing pretty well there, laying in second position there on 165. Then you got Hani Hanukom there on 148. Daniela De Souza there on 99 points, and then you got Guido Sororti there in 76 points there.
Yeah, the Italian stallion, the original Italian stallion. You can see the big prancing horse on the bonnet of that Opel Tigra. But just a quick call as well for the TR brothers. They need a scrutineer by them. So scrutineer, come to this side where the commentators are, and just walk a little bit on near to the gate. And there I think I can see our man in red. Hey, there we go.
Alanka Johnny.
Got Johnny. There we go. Oh, he needs a good cowboy hat over there, and he's the man there, I can tell you there.
Okay, heavy metals, we've got Anthony Rumor there leading the championship on 174, Arno Engelbrecht on 170, and Vema van der Merwe Jr. on 90. And I must say, Vema's slowly but surely getting the handle of the BMW. His car, actually, his Golf he used to race with is actually campaigned, and I think under correction, I think that is the Golf which Conor Boys are actually racing in the junior stock rods there. So doing actually pretty well. I think obviously a bit quicker than the Golf, but and being rear drive, so a lot to learn. But Father Vema, he's an ex-Windsor champion, and I'm sure he'll have quite a lot to learn there for Vema Junior.
Yeah, the E30 boxy shaped BMW taking on some of the Dolphin shapes over there, and yeah, third place in the championship on 90 points. He's a smidgen ahead there of Emil Lange. And Vickers Zeely also in the class this year as well. Saw him with his whole team up in the box earlier on over here to sign up and everything. And it's good to have Vickers here. And Grant Smith, the Flom, who you'll see in the number 26 BMW right across from us over there next to Casper, the friendly ghost.
Vickers wasn't wearing a racing oval, and we're not going to say anything about that. We'll wait until the first race. It's a bit of a surprise there for the guys and the viewers at home to be able to check some of the racing there. And a big thank you for Nathan Razorbrand for making us sound look good. And yeah, actually quite a good job this man is doing, Byron.
No, I have to say I saw some of the work of his on YouTube as well this week. The editing is absolutely amazing, and he's been doing a very good job and everything. But at the same time, we do want to see him back in a racing car very soon. In round one, he had a bit of a tough time, so the Brunts have not been having all the best of times. So a bit of luck, I think, is needed this time. Some very talented racers in there, and he's been bringing in, we have been bringing the show to you, this lunchtime show, as we climb down now to racing at 4 o'clock.
Last one to check out is the Super Saloons, Anthony Rumor in the Quick BMW on 171. Clarence Smith, see, and this is where consistency, you finish all your races, you accumulate the points. Clarence is laying there in second place on 145 with the Grant Smith on 130, and then Mark Fontini, which was in the Martin Newtland Opel Asher there with 89. Then Roger Lobsha, not with us today, at the next meeting, and then Billy Norval in 7th position in 62. And as I said, a surprise entry, number 843, Zak Groenewald in the ex-Neanderthal BMW.
It's been spoken about all week here as well, Tiny. Zak Groenewald coming in, a man who loves to have fun on a racing circuit. We've seen him many times in main circuit as well, having some good fun and everything like that, but it's good to see him. Just looking at Clarence Smith over there, Casper, the friend who goes, that white E36 BMW. He was up in the commentary box earlier on as well, big smile on his face, and he is ready to race today, I can tell you that much.
Could be very, very interesting. I think, I said, the wind conditions are going to play a bit of a factor. I think going into the wind, it's going to be a bit difficult. I think for the Newton-meter it's going to be, I wonder if they can actually take the wings off the car again. I don't know if they're allowed to for the regionals. I don't know if they're allowed to take the wings off or not, but it's usually a bit quite hectic for them, going wind up and then coming down the back straight. You have to climb on the ankles a little bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, adjusting the driving style in these conditions. Like we were saying the last time, we actually had the wet rain factor. Now we don't at least have that. But I would think, Tiny, maybe in discussions with the COC as well, they might have to take those wings off, especially if a crosswind comes over and topples them. That will not be a great thing. So we'll see later on if that happens. But we have, of course, as well this cold weather. There's, of course, heating the tires as well, and it's such a different condition. Cape Town winters, it's luckily dry today, like we're saying, but there are still those factors as well, windy weather and the temperatures of this cool.
No, as cold as what it was, and everything with the circuit, with actually having some motorcycles on the circuit, maybe it's putting down a little bit of rubber. But as I looked, the meter's actually going out without wings actually onto the circuit now. So yes, I think that will be actually quite interesting. But then again, the 2.1's running on 13-inch semi-slicks, so they got to actually do a couple of laps to try and get some heat in the tires as well, and the super saloons as well. So quite interesting tonight to see what cars will do on cold tires, and as soon as they start warming up.
It will be interesting. They usually do about 2, maybe 3 laps, I think, Tiny, as well. So they'll have to check out there, see as the evening wears on, if that 2 laps is actually enough. The last time out, because we were running a bit late and a few delays, they actually cut the laps to about 1 or so lap of tire warming. So we'll see tonight how that's going to look, and when they get those races started. And let me tell you one thing still, even though it's cold here in Cape Town, we love our racing. The racing's going to keep us nice and warm tonight. And lots of racing to happen, lots of classes going out there. Round 3 of Cape Helldrivers, and we still have ourselves quite a season ahead of us of many, many races. Not like the old days, Tiny, where it used to be from one year into the other. Now we go right through. Forget winter, we race through winter. That's it.
That's if the weather holds up. A bit difficult to race here in the wet. I've seen one race meeting on at the oval in the wet, and it's a little bit tricky. You get your old hands like the Hanekums and the Guido Sorottis, Franz Millers. It's all been on gravel as well. You use that little bit of gravel knowledge on a wet circuit, so it's a little bit difficult. And wind in the air. Going to be cold, and I think it's going to be interesting tonight. That's all I can say.
Well, let's see, Tiny, we've got some more championship positions here. I know it is a bit difficult to page through the book, but going to the Ninja Midgets, we just take a look there quickly. Liam Reutenbach in the top, on the top, of course, at the moment, ahead of the Ruthenberg pairing. And that's, of course, the Claire Ruthenberg in a pink A4 machine, and Dane Ruthenberg in the blue A22.
Yeah, then you have Ava and Kian Rummer, and then Lenandi Lambert, and we've got some visiting drivers here as well. And like I said, we actually wanted to see how these youngsters actually, not the first time they've been out on circuit without the wings. It's a little bit more trickier, I presume, but I think for their safety and obviously the weather conditions, good call from the powers that be.
Yeah, I think Tiny, they get a good straight line speed, of course, especially with a nice tailwind or something like that. But it's going through the corners that they're going to actually feel it, as they might feel much more twitchy going into the two long turns over there. So it's going to be something to get used to. Probably some braking distances are also going to have to be adjusted, and they're going to have to feel their way through. But that's how you get your experience in racing, is by doing things just a little differently, and that's where the real cream rises.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're going to take a quick break. We're going to see if we can get hold of one or two people to come have a quick chat with us. We'll be back with you shortly.
Then 3/4 of an hour to go until we have racing. It's going to be drivers briefing very soon. There we go. There we go. We've got some races coming here, Tamika.
I don't think Tamika has ever done the interview about it.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Hello, Tamika.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Doesn't what you have in your nose add a bit of weight in the car, or is it extremely light? I'm sorry, I'm just pointing there.
It's a part of the aerodynamics.
Good answer.
Tamika, the transition from the Mini to the Golf, how was that for you?
It's quite nerve-wracking, to be honest, but I'm just hoping to find myself in the car and be comfortable in the car soon. So
I'm sure you've been done pretty well. Also driving in such a big class with such a lot of cars, you're actually learning quite a bit as you go along.
yeah, it's quite a big difference being so many cars, because in the end, in the minis, it was like maybe 4 or 5 cars max. But it's quite scary with all of them and lapping, and yeah.
As I said always in the beginning, whatever you do, you finish your races, you get that experience, and you accumulate all the points. And I think she's laying fourth in the championship. And yeah, I think well done for what you've achieved so far, and keep on going. And yeah, enjoy yourself tonight, and hopefully we'll see you at the Housekeeping Lantern tonight.
Thank you.
Tamika, all the best, and yes, have fun out there. All right, so there we go. There you heard from some of our lady racers here today as well. We celebrate this year at CHD. She's still shy at the moment there. She doesn't have to be. She's got the confidence. Confidence with the mic, confidence on the circuit as well. And well, let me tell you one thing. We are counting down now. There's still a bit of the sunshine out there keeping us barely warm. But tonight, it's going to be crisp. It's going to be fantastic racing. And I think that Access Auto BMW pulling into position. I saw a number on there.
It's 45. It's from Botosdorp.
All right.
You'll probably see his name on the list when you get upstairs there. So.
Another E30 BMW as well to join VMO van der Merwe. That is something special over there. But yes, we will tell you all about it when we up in the commentary box a little bit later on. And let me say welcome everybody also to our visitors. You know, you mentioned Bredasdorp, we've mentioned Worcester. Some folks have raced somewhere else and they're coming here again. You know, we love all of you as well, coming from the gravel and trying out on the top as well. But welcome each and every single one of you here to Cape Helldrivers at Killarney in Cape Town.
I think that's been give it a wrap. Thank you for everybody for coming to have a quick chat with us. Enjoy the racing, and yeah, keep a lookout on Cape Helldrivers YouTube page there. Thanks to Nathan for making that possible. And yes, we'll enjoy the race racing, and we'll chat to you guys later. Cheers.
Cheers everybody, and have fun, and thanks again to Nathan Brunt. Thanks again to Christu over here as well for bringing you the lunchtime show, and we'll chat to you later.